Hey, what's up? It's Duskmos. Today I want to talk about a really cool, really different delay pedal from Canadian maker Demedash Effects. It's the T-120 V2. The V2 model adds random modulation, other kind of modulation parameters that the V1 didn't have. Looks effectively the same, but really, really cool. Obviously, it's inspired by VHS tapes. You can see the label on the side, the graphics, even T-120, of course. Yeah, I love this thing. Sounds really cool. Lots of good options for manipulating the sound, kind of tailoring it to what you need. And yeah, it's probably going to stay in my collection permanently. I like it a whole lot. So let's give it a listen. This is Signal Colors. Okay, so on the Demedash T-120 V2, there are 6 knobs, soft foot switch, or finger switch in this case, 2 lights, and on the back you've got the input, output, and power. There's no expression control on this version. The time knob controls the spacing between the input and the playback repeats on the delay. The mix controls the wet and dry, and you go from 100% dry to 100% wet, and at noon or 12 o'clock it's a full 50-50 split. Intensity is the feedback of the delay, so kind of how much those repeats sort of hang out and stack up on each other, and this can self-oscillate, so it can get pretty crazy if you want it to. Depth is the amount of pitch shifting that occurs. So really it's like the range of the pitch shift that happens on the tape warbles, as it were. Speed is the rate of the pitch shift, so sort of how often it actually does a little bit of a warble. Tape quality raises and lowers the recording quality. So lower, the signal gets more degraded as the repeats continue on, and then higher tape quality means that it stays a little bit more hi-fi. And then there are 2 hidden controls that you access by holding down. Well, you turn on the effect and then you hold down the foot switch and turn the knob, and so depth becomes glide, and that really just controls the way the pitch shifting happens as a warble happens. So if it's low, then you actually get no glide, and so it'll jump and be a little bit more glitchy. If you have it turned up all the way, it'll be smooth, so you'll hear it kind of fade between pitches a little more. And then speed becomes randomized, and that's the amount of randomness in the frequency of the pitch jumps. So if you go high, then it's crazy random, it's all over the place, and if you go low, then the randomness is a little bit more like a warped record instead of crazy jumps. And yeah, that's those are the controls on the Demedash T-120 V2. So you may have noticed that I'm doing something a little bit different in this one if you've been watching these videos up to this point. And this time around, I'm going to stick with just the Digitone. I'm going to use 2 different sounds on the Digitone, but I'm going to go through 6 different suggested configurations from the maker of this pedal, just to kind of try out the whole gamut and let you kind of really hear some of the range that it has without kind of just freestyle changing the knobs and stuff. So yeah, I'll go ahead and start with Tape with Light Flutter, and the regular clean sound sounds like this. So that's just the default Digitone, Digit 1 initial patch on the Digitone that I like to use because it's just very standard. And yeah, we'll go ahead and dive in. This is Tape with Light Flutter. And I'm just kind of playing randomly. I'll change up the pace and I'll do some chords as well. Yeah, I think it sounds really good. So now I'm going to switch to a different tone. And this is just sort of like a Rhodes inspired patch. This is the clean tone. And we will activate the T-120. And again, this is the tape with light flutter. Okay, now I'm going to play a little pattern that I wrote with this just to kind of hear it work in that sense. Which uses both tones. And this is it without. And then back. Which, yeah, I think sounds super nice. So now I'm going to move on to the next recommended setting. Okay, so I'm back again with another setting on the T-120, and this one is low quality VHS. So the clean tone, again, as a refresher. Okay, and then with the T-120 in low quality VHS mode. So you can really hear the noise and the warble, which is super cool. So the bass gets lost a little bit. That one's real noisy, but in a good way. Okay, and then the Rhodes sound, again, clean. And with the T-120, low quality VHS. All right, and then just to kind of keep parity, I'm going to go ahead and play the same pattern that I had set before. So clean sounds like this. All right, and then I'll activate the T-120 with the low quality VHS mode. And you can kind of hear that really nice, fuzzy, warm noise layer. I'll turn it off so you can hear without it. Yeah, it's really nice. Okay, and that is the low quality VHS mode. Okay, and this is the lo-fi chorus mode. So the clean tone sounds like this. That was cheesy, but it works. All right, and we're going to turn on the lo-fi chorus. Sounds like a horror movie. So again, clean. Clean. Yeah, you really hear it jump out a little bit more on the higher frequency notes. Okay, and then the second tone is clean, sounds like this. And with the T-120 on lo-fi chorus mode. It was almost Stranger Thingsy. I'm not sure how that goes, but something like that. Again, clean sounds like this. And with the T-120. Okay, and then again, the pattern with both sounds going sounds like this. And clean, and then with the T-120, lo-fi chorus mode, sounds like this. So you just kind of hear the little bit more of a gentle warble and some more subtle chorus. You could change the mix off the recommended just to see. Pretty lo-fi. Pretty cool. Okay, and that is the T-120 in lo-fi chorus mode. Okay, so back again with another mode. This one is called Glitch Shifter, and this is the clean tone on our first sound. So serene. Okay, and now the T-120 in glitch shifter mode. Really messed up tape. Okay, and the clean tone for second sound. And in glitch shifter mode on the T-120. Yeah, definitely pretty out there, but in the right context, I think could be used pretty successfully. And you could back off the mix if it was a little too much. But I'm going with the recommended settings. Okay, and then we will do the pattern again. Again, this is what it sounds like with nothing going on with the T120, otherwise known as clean. And then I'll activate the T120 now. Which sounds pretty cool still. So yeah, that's the T120 in glitch shifter mode, and obviously paired with the Digitone. Okay, so now I've got the T120 and it's set in vibrato mode. The clean tone sounds like this for our first sound. Okay, and with the T120 in vibrato mode, okay, and then we will go with the second sound clean. Okay, and with T120 in vibrato mode. All right, and the pattern that I have on here arranged with both of these sounds combined. Again, clean. And we'll get vibrato mode going now. Pretty intense. Definitely sounds like a warbly, kind of bent, melted record or something. Maybe back off the mix a little. Or a lot. But that's interesting because it gives you that nice sort of wavy background. But, you know, used in certain contexts, this could be something that would be useful. I think just kind of blend it in lightly is a cool way to go. But yeah. All right, that is the T120 V2 in vibrato mode. So now I've got the T120 in analog delay mode, which I definitely think sounds really good. A little bit more standard, sure, but it kind of shows the range of the pedal, and it shows that you can use it in a definitely a more traditional context. So starting out, we're on the first tone here. So this is our clean tone. And with the T120 in analog delay mode, so it looks like it chokes out a little bit at the higher. Sounds a little bit like laser beams. Well, the echo part does anyway, the delay part. Reminds me of when you hit ice, if you've ever seen those videos on YouTube, where you hit ice and it makes those crazy noises. It sounds really nice on that kind of tone to me. All right, and clean on the second sound. And with the T120 in analog delay mode. Seems to handle bass a little bit better in this mode. All right, and again, to play my loop here, this is it clean. And here we are with the T120 in analog delay mode. Which I definitely think improves it. I feel like it kind of adds that nice woolly, warm wash in the background. And of course the delay. A little bit more interesting. Adjust the mix here. And there we are. That is the T120 with the Digitone in 6 different modes. And yeah, I think it really was a good demonstration of the range of this pedal and kind of some of the tones that you can pull from it. You get that crazy tape action, as well as just a little bit more standard type delays or vibratos. Yeah, I think it's a really cool pedal and it sounds really, really good. The T120 is a really awesome delay with a ton of character. It clearly looks super amazing. I love that it's like a blank VHS tape in the box with all the labeling and graphics on the sleeve, just really cool. I like that the bottom has the number and the logo stamped into it. That's just kind of unique. Oh yeah, and the front face is supposed to have a sticker on it that says V2, but I took it off. The T120 is great if you want to add some of that lo-fi, messed up tape sound and grit to your arsenal. The warmth and really textural sound of the noise that gets added to the delay signal just has that really rich tape character that adds some vintage flavor to your sound. You can use the T120 for more standard sounds and subtle additions, or you can really lean into it and go full on lo-fi, which is hard not to do when it sounds this good. I'm definitely going to hold on to this one for maybe forever.